Hello Sagittarius. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Sorry, I've been talking all day. I am so excited to be doing these videos now. I just love spending time a couple times a month watching all these amazing tarot card readers. And, I thought, since I love to read cards as well, that I would go ahead and try my hand at doing these zodiac readings. If you get a chance, I did a little introductory video for everyone, just introducing who I am and what I'm doing here, and just so you can get to know me a little bit better as well. So I'm not just some random person online. But if you don't get a chance, what I do here, just to let you know, is I'm going to do 2 readings for you. The first one would be a love focus reading, and then the second will be just a general focus, and both will be for November 2015. I've been shuffling these cards for several minutes already, but I like to go ahead and shuffle them on camera so that you know that they're, dealt a little spontaneously. And yeah, so I'm going to keep shuffling here for the next few minutes, and then I'll go ahead and draw the cards. This will be for Sagittarius, November 2015. Love energies. Sagittarius for November 2015. Okay, one more and then I think we'll be good. I bought these giant cards and sometimes they are difficult to shuffle. I'm going to do one more. Okay, here we go. This one. All right, so for Sagittarius, your love reading for November 2015. 5 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, your Hanged Man, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Swords, your 5 of Wands, Temperance, and your 9 of Cups. Okay, so it's interesting. You have 2 sets of cards. So you have 2 sets of 5s, 5 of Wands and Swords, and another set of 9s of Pentacles and Cups. All 4 suits represented in these here. And I've also drawn the Temperance card, which is interesting because that card is your card in the tarot. Temperance is this meeting of, actually, let me go like this. Temperance is the meeting of the mind and the heart. Sometimes what we think and what we feel don't always match, but this is representing a balance between the two. Things might be coming together for you. You might be reaching some level of internal equilibrium within your own heart and within your own soul. What's interesting is I feel like maybe you have been playing some type of game. This is a love reading. So in terms of love, in terms of, approaching relationships, Sagittarius are known for being a little bit non-committal. And, that's... I'm sorry, my throat is so dry. And that's kind of, the stigma, if you will. But I am seeing actually a little bit of getting over that, maybe. Right here with the two fives, the two of swords and the the 5 of swords and the 5 of wands. Um, to me, these cards, so let me do the 5 of swords first. So this card is like becoming victorious over past patterns or past toxic behaviors that you have been known to do, things that maybe you do over and over and over and over, and you know that it's not exactly the right thing, but it's so comfortable or so well known to you. It's something that you just understand, and so you keep doing it. This is kind of representing a victory over those things. Sometimes even an addiction, or if there is someone in your life that keeps coming back or keeps recurring and it's not someone that you want, it's actually finally maybe getting them out of your life. Or if you're someone that's notorious for dating, over and over and over, maybe it's time that you're starting to get tired of, maybe you're getting tired of that type of lifestyle, and you might be thinking of moving on to something a little bit more significant. You have the 5 of wands, which is kind of like a essence of competition, constantly fighting, constantly, out there playing the game. And again, I feel like because in the middle you have your hanged man between your two fives, something is happening in your life that is sort of turning your world upside down. You're starting to look at the world from a new angle, with a new perspective, with a fresh set of eyes. You're being brought down to reality. Something is forcing you to evaluate what it is you're doing, the game that you're playing, or the games that you're playing, and your past lifestyle, the past patterns and behaviors in your life, and considering, is this really what I want? This is the meeting of the heart with the mind, and finding that balance, because maybe you feel like settling down is a level of giving up, or not. If you are in a committed relationship, it might be, some recurring things that continuously have happened with this person, that now you're maybe realizing, I'm really tired of this. I'm really, I want more out of my life. I want more fulfillment, and this type of behavior, it's got to change, otherwise I'm never going to get it. And when we go through that process, that reevaluation phase, we tend to emerge, like I say, with a fresh set of eyes. I am sensing that this Page of Swords is indicative of your energy here. Oftentimes this represents an air energy, and maybe you are going to display some air sign like qualities, air sign Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So those types of qualities as you come out of this, because when you go through a period and you're sort of starting at the bottom of the next level, I guess, if you will. So as you're rising up in your life in terms of life experiences and lessons that you've learned, and you come to a point of reevaluation, and then you move on from that point of reevaluation, you're starting again you're ending at the top and you're beginning at the bottom, so to speak. And I feel like this page is, sort of that type of energy. You're youthful, you're young, you're seeing the world with new eyes, that you've never really looked at things this way before, and you are ready for the new challenges and the new life lessons that life is ready to bring to you. And you're just enthusiastic and in a very curious I'm getting a sense of curiosity from this. And with this energy, with this light, happy, accepting, like throw anything at this page and he's going to be ready to go and ready to tackle it and do so willingly. Um, and I am sensing that there is another presence here. Your Nine of Pentacles is up here at the top. Oftentimes the court cards, the page, knights, queens, and kings often represent people. And the numbered cards are more energies or internal, what have yous. But for me, this Nine of Pentacles can also almost be interchangeable with the Queen of Pentacles because they are so similar. This card maybe not quite at that level. However, I do feel that this is representing a person in your life, an earth sign, potentially Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, someone who is quite lovely, independent, has her own life, has her own thing. And I say her because it's a female, but it could be a male or female. And I'm also saying her because this is a man, but it could go either way. Have their life together. They are flourishing on their own. They are standing on their own 2 feet. Their world is a world of productivity and it's flourishing. And this person, this presence in your life is perhaps there, maybe waiting for you, to grow up a little bit, because this person represents life goals. This person could be a channel or someone that not can give you, but together you both can have, the ultimate in emotional fulfillment. This is the card of celebration, of victory, of family, of love and success. And, there is nothing but happiness here in this card. And this happiness is squaring up your connection. This happiness is squaring up your connection. And you could be, you are both looking at one another. You are, sharing your worlds. Your worlds are very different, just by the looks of the cards and the colors that are being used. Your worlds are very different. But there is still some connection. There is still some type of, promise of a future there that would be ultimately very rewarding, very fulfilling. And again, like this person is offering you, and in the very center, you have your Ace of Pentacles. I'm sorry, I know you can't really see that with the way the lighting is, but in the very center is your Ace of Pentacles, and it's, here she is offering you a part of her world, offering you a part of everything that she has and everything that she has to give. This is a very generous person who's more than willing to envelop you and bring you into their world, and they're ready for that. But they're also willing to wait because you are just starting your new journey. You are just starting this exploration of the world with a new head on your shoulders. You know, you've kind of had your world turned upside down. Something has happened that has caused you to reevaluate the way you were living your life. And so you are just kind of getting there, and this person is aware of that, but is willing to wait until that, you know, until you sort of, you know, you are directly in the center between what it is that they offer, what it is that they're offering, and what it is that you potentially could attain on your own. The Nine of Cups, so the Nine of Pentacles with the Nine of Cups. Now, I actually like these cards together a lot. They are very similar. They're different suits, but they are very similar. Here is a woman in a garden, and I've talked about this card before. And here is a man with the trophies, the, you know, the battle scars, if you will. These are like, and I always equate this card to like a sports trophy case, right? There's trophies in there, and the teams that have won are proud of those trophies, but it's not the trophies that they were, you know, that they were so happy about. It's not the winning of the game. It's the fact that they persevered, and through trials and tribulations, and no matter what came their way, they persevered, they pushed through, and they accomplished everything that they set out to do. And those trophies are, you know, are sitting on a shelf and prove that they have weathered the storm. And they are, like I say, they are the battle scars. They are the proof that you have gone through that. And it's a way for you to look back on your life. And again, those things shape who you are. They shape the way you live your life and the decisions that you make in the future. And it's an ultimate fulfillment, an ultimate, almost a complete maturity, if you will, with both of these 9 cards. An emotional maturity that, you know, you are on that pathway, and as you go through this process of reevaluation, you know, this person, this earth sign, could be, you know, very much in your life, maybe not so much. You know, you might not really be thinking of them as a potential partner, or if you are in a relationship, you know, they could be waiting for you to get on board with moving on into the next phase of the relationship, whatever that is, whether it's getting married or starting a family, or, you know, if you're older and the kids have already moved out, moving into, you know, a travel and retiring and moving on into that next chapter. And they are waiting for you patiently. They care about you very much, and they will give you what you need, but only when you're ready. They will give you what you need. So, okay, I'm going to pull an outcome card for you for your love in November 2015 for Sagittarius. Ah. That one. Okay. Your Hierophant card, which can represent a few different things. It could represent you moving or beginning to accept the ideas of some form of institution. And by that I mean marriage. Again, Sagittarius, you are notorious for being non-committal. And if you have committed, you know, sometimes it does take a while, a while for you to move on into a new chapter, into a new phase. And I think, you know, again, you are playing this game, you are conquering right now, you're just making a conscious decision to conquer your patterns. But I do feel like you you might become more accepting of the idea of an institution, a relationship is what I mean. You might feel like you've been through it too many times. It's starting to get boring. It's not necessarily fulfilling your needs anymore. And that's the conversation that you're having with yourself through these processes, the Hanged Man and the Temperance card. And this idea of moving forward is being represented here. Yeah, I don't really see it going another way. Sometimes this can represent a person, a mentor, someone that you respect. However, just with the nature of the reading, I do feel like it is, you know, you becoming open to the idea of an institutional type of relationship, or maturing of that phase. So like I say, if you're in a relationship, that would be getting married. If you are married, that would be moving on to having babies. If you have babies and they're kind of moving out of the house, and that might be you coming to an, you know, to a retirement, to moving into a new chapter type of thing, and you may be conforming to that idea that you've been kind of fighting against for whatever reason. So yeah, so I think that's your general, or I'm sorry, your love reading. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off the camera, I'm going to reshuffle the cards, and then I'll turn it back on and we'll do the general for you. Okay, Sagittarius, I've been shuffling these cards, and give me a few more minutes. I'll keep shuffling, and we will do your general reading for November 2015. General energies for Sagittarius, November. One more, and then we'll be done. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, your Hierophant, your Hanged Man, 3 cards that we just pulled out of the last reading. Your 10 of Wands, your 8 of Pentacles, your 7 of Wands, Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups, and your devil. Okay, just a moment. Okay, so sometimes the themes carry over from the love reading. Sometimes the general, because love is such a presence in everybody's life, oftentimes the love readings carry over into the generals, where maybe I'm not necessarily seeing something career related or financial or in terms of travel. We're not asking specific questions. It's just the month overall. And the month overall could be very love focused, which I feel like yours might be. I'm seeing you having a very difficult time with coming to terms. I mean, the last card I pulled for you, I said, might represent some sort of an institution or conforming or, moving into a new phase of your life that you just really might not be ready for, just because it's something that's expected of you, or because it's time and people say that it should be something that you should do, and it's causing you, and this is kind of the internal or the opposing forces here, is you perhaps not quite ready to move on, and you are being attacked. When I say attacked, people are saying, well, you really should do this. You should be moving on. When are you going to get married? When are you going to have babies? When are you going to move on in your career? When are you going to get a new job? Whatever it is that people are shoulding you with, you are defending yourself, and you are defending what you believe to be the right way, or what you are holding true to your heart. But because you're going through that, and because, they are, you are being bombarded with this, like, okay, it's time for you to get married. It's time for you to move on. So those comments, I think, maybe are the catalyst for you going through this phase, through this reevaluation period, and reevaluating the way you're living your life. And I still feel that you have these patterns, you have things that aren't necessarily the best for you, but I do see another prominent presence here, and I'm seeing it twofold. I'm seeing it both as you, and I'm seeing it as this perhaps other person, more so maybe as you. And you are being represented here by the Queen of Swords. And in the last reading, you kind of came out as the Page. But it seems like at some point you will come to a level of maturity. However, while, you're a very smart person, there's no question about that. You're very intellectual. You're very just. It's important for you to weigh both sides of the situation, to have all the information and make a decision based on what's fair and based on what makes you happy. And also, you might not be the most kind and nurturing type of person. However, there's no doubt about it, you are fair. But becoming this energy and getting to this level of maturity and understanding about yourself and life in general, means that you do have to carry and bear some level of obligation, some responsibility. You know, this man here is carrying this large bundle of wands. They're clumsy, they're heavy, they're inconvenient. However, they are almost necessary. They are being put to good use. You know, it's a burden that you carry willingly, but yet it's still an obligation nonetheless. It is still something you feel you have to do or that you must do. And that it is, you know, by growing up and by becoming this more mature person and going through certain life experiences and moving on into a new phase, every time you move on, there comes more responsibility. And even here, with your Eight of Pentacles in the center, you know, you are putting your head down, you're focusing on your work, and while you have accomplished a lot and you are showcasing that, you are very focused still. You are very focused on your goal, and nothing is going to really break that concentration. And, you know, so let me kind of tie it all together. So by these outside forces kind of coming at you and telling you what you should be doing, it is causing you to sort of reevaluate your stance and your ideas about the next phase or the next level of your life. And going through this process, similar to in the last reading, you are emerging as a new type of energy. You are transforming into something else. And in this reading, I did tell you that I see this Queen of Swords as your energy, but by becoming this transformed person, you are increasing your burden, increasing your load or your obligation to yourself and other people. But, hold on a second. You know, I also feel that this energy is, you know, someone else as well. And that's what I meant by it's kind of twofold. It's you, but it's also someone else. And it's someone else that is coming into your life. It's a man or a woman that you very much respect and you might admire a little bit, or you aspire to be more like them. And even, again, in the last reading, we had the Nine of Pentacles and then the Page of Swords. And the Nine of Pentacles is a more mature energy, more mature personality, might have their life together a little bit more. And even same here with the Queen of Swords, more put together, more intelligent, more well-versed in the ways of life. And this could be someone that you respect very much and that you want to get to be on their level. And this queen, this man or woman in your life, again, it could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be. It could just be someone with those qualities. And I'm going to say that every single time so you don't forget. This person is making an offer, a romantic offer, a romantic love interest, someone that is interested in you and that wants something more from you. And this is such a similar reading, it's crazy. She is also projecting, you know, and along with this woman, in addition to you becoming more like this energy and maturing more into something like this and increasing your burden and your responsibility, having someone else in your life, another person, a significant other, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband or a wife, with that comes even more of this. Comes even more. I do feel that you will happily accept this challenge. at some point, that you will put your head down, you will go to work, and you will make it happen. You will make it happen. This person could be bringing you both offerings of love and a romantic partnership, but I'm also seeing it directly in line again with your Ace of Pentacles. You know, I think maybe this could be a potential relationship. It could also be a friendship. I'm not saying that this is definitely a love interest. It could be a family member. It could be just a friendship or some type of friendly relationship as well. And when I do say romance because it's a cup, but it could be more of just an emotionally fulfilling type of relationships. Could even represent two girlfriends or two guys that, have a deep connection that can help each other out. And in addition to that, I feel like this presence could be bringing you potential financial or career or opportunity things related to a potential opportunity as well. And so that makes this person extremely powerful in your life. A lot of influence, a lot of you probably have a very strong connection with this person, an intellectual and emotional connection as well. Very likely. It shows because the last card is the Devil card, which is an intense passion. I like to paraphrase this card as saying it's the ball and chain, but the ball and chain that you willingly tie yourself up to. It's it's not a bad situation. It's something that you want. It's something that it's like that movie love, that movie romance that everyone wants. It's like a fairy tale type of thing, But again, with that comes that burden, comes that that load of responsibility. And you really need to make that decision. You're going through a process right now of reevaluation. People are maybe pressuring you to become something and to conform in some way. And you're feeling that pressure. And there is a presence in your life, someone that you might not be entirely, it might not be someone you talk to all the time, might not be someone that you see all the time, but there is that initial attraction, that initial level of respect, because this person demands respect. Look at her. She's carrying a sword, for Christ's sake. She demands respect, and you do have respect for her or them. And there might be something, but you need to bring yourself up to that level. You need to match that level of intellect, that level of justice. And you are Sagittarius. You are the Temperance card. That's your card in the tarot. It's the meeting of the mind and the heart. It's the weighing. It's the balancing. And that's something that comes very natural to you. But that is what is being beckoned. You are being beckoned to do that at this point in time. So, let me see here. I'm going to pull out your outcome card. Sum everything up. Okay, here we go. Oh, and here she is, your Nine of Pentacles. This reading was crazy. I can't believe how many. I picked 4 of the same. I mean, what are the odds of that? It's no accident these cards show up, I promise. It always happens that way. I mean, look, I don't really know how much more there is to say about this, but there is someone in your life. There is, maybe there is no relationship yet, but that presence is there, that potential is there when you're ready. It's there. I mean, it is being offered to you. It is, a patient, I mean, maybe not so patient. It's possible, with the Queen of Swords, it might not necessarily be so patient. But it is a very honest, a very genuine, and a very, it has the potential for a long-lasting relationship, a long-lasting partnership. If this relates to you more on the level of business or career, then this is a partnership. This is someone that you probably would want to do business with, that you would want on your side, because there are multiple talents, they're governing 2 suits, if you will. This is not a queen, but she's very similar to the queen, this Nine of Pentacles, and carries a lot of the same traits as the queen. And so you have the 2 governing bodies of the suits, and so multiple talents. Yeah, I don't really have a lot more to say. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So, yeah, that is your general reading. I do hope you found it somewhat inspired, and I hope it did speak to you. Sometimes, the stories don't relate, they don't connect with you. So, watching the readings from your maybe ascending or your moon sign might make a little bit more sense to you. And, but this was a very clear reading. Some of the others, Cancer and Leo this month, I struggled with a little bit. They weren't as clear. This one was very straightforward. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for next month. I should have a better setup either by December or January, so where you can actually see the cards as I'm pulling them out. So please stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you again so much. I'm so grateful for you viewing. Take care.